Okay.
Okay, so we have been expressed many things from the Herdsmen since. So each time when they came, so burn our village, destroying our farm crops, so even rape our wives. Then they do everything that we cannot endure. So those are the things that we determine that we cannot be living together. So that is why, and I think on December 19 last year, so they came with the henchman and the soldier, they came here. So and they told us that they want the henchman to carry their cattle come and be living together at Ibeku here. So we said that we cannot be living together with the henchman because each time when they came, they used to destroy our crops and do rapes our wives. So that is the only thing that we just said for that day. So the one of Fulani, his name is Ali. So he pre-points us. We are about 4 of us that the soldiers should catch up and beat us. So they beat us mercilessly. So I think about 2018 when they came, they killed many people. They killed many people. They killed three children at Asa. So they do everything destroy everything at our farm. So we cannot endure this. That is why we say that we cannot be living together with herdsmen.
No, impossible. They are all cash crops. They are living, they are there. So those Fulanis, they gave us a lot of problems. We are tired of them. This area, we are farmers. We're supposed to be in our parents' farm now. We are unable to go there because if you go there, they will just come and meet you, starting cutting you, starting getting you down. So we are tired of the problem. Now, in fact, today we can't say what can happen to us. We are living in fear. So we are living in fear. To sleep and rest is a problem to us.
They went to my band where I store my corn and destroy my property there. Getting to the place, I see the cow eating in my presence. I called the Malam, say, Malam, come. Hey, sorry, sir. Say, Malam, come. Instead of the Malam to come, he only run to me and machete me. If not because of this hand that I used to defend, this my head, I wanted to break it. See the sign. You see my hand? You see? See my hand? How do you want me to make use of this hand again? Hardly. It is, in fact, very hard for me to eat. It is my wife that is throwing me. And I get wife, I get children. Eh? Go. See the hand. See the hand. See the hand. What can I use this hand for? I said hardly for me to eat with this hand. And it's my wife that is sponsoring me.
About 7 years ago. Very ugly incident. You see, that is why I said the governor of Ogun State should take it as a responsibility to set up an inquiry so that people can calm themselves, narrate all the ugly things they have gone through as an Ogun State indigene to the government. And the government should know what to do as a matter of urgency. Because this is Ogun State. And this is Ogun State that past years ago we had a president from this state who governed Nigeria for 8 years and never heard of it. of any Ogun State indigene going to the north to be creating nuisance. Can I go to Ogun State now? Can I go to north now as a traditional ruler to be drinking beer in public and Oguguru? Tell me what will happen. Everybody keeps talking as if we don't like Fulanis. No! They are also Nigerians. But their fundamental right does not imply them coming to be killing people in their land. We are becoming a slave in our land. And this is right time we need to let the government know that if the government refuses to do what is right, then people should be able, don't blame anybody to take weapons and defend himself. Because in our constitution, there's self-defense.
The command has put in place a very serious security arrangement on ground there. The Commissioner of Police, CP Edward Awolowo Ajogun, was there personally today, together with the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operation and the squadron commander. They are there for on-the-spot assessment of the situation, and we are able to discuss with the farmers, the natives there, and the herders, and everybody has agreed. They have resolved to work together, to live together in peace, and the herders too have resolved that henceforth they will be the one who will be fishing out those criminals that are using their names to perpetrate one crime or the other. And with what is on ground now, I believe there's no reason for anybody to be apprehensive. We have enough policemen on ground there who have been keeping vigil in that place to ward off any form of violence that might want to erupt in that place. So there's no cause for alarm. The command is on top of the situation, and we are working with other sister security agencies and other critical stakeholders that has one or two things to do with security arrangements in the state. So there is no cause for alarm as the situation is under control.
Yeah, Mazi Solomon, good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mazi Pat. Good morning at my end. Is my voice coming out clearly?
Very clear, Mazi, very clear. Go ahead, because I still have other clips that are related in different locations that I'll be bringing forward, and I want to see how we can make it very, very brief. Mazi, just go ahead with your introduction.
Thank you, Mazi Pat. My name is Solomon Peter. I bring greeting to Biafran all over the world and all supporters of ESN and every good individuals who has endorsed the operation of ESN, which is the Eastern Security Network, and the people who are contributing towards the activities of ESN. And I have also to say big thanks and greetings to all the individuals who are involved in ESN. So I bring greeting to all of you. You are a wonderful man. You are a wonderful woman. You are the hero of our time. You are the hero of our age. You are the hero of our generations. Thanks to ESN. And thanks again to Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu for your courage and for your consistency and for your wisdoms and for your smartness. You are really a God gift to our generation. We appreciate you so much because it takes somebody like you to be able to be able to bring such a wonderful leadership or leadership of IPOP to the point where we are now. It takes somebody like you, a God's gift, a God's gift. That's who you are. Thank you so much for your courage. Thank you so much for your consistency. Thank you so much for your sacrifice. Nnamdi Kanu, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the impartations, the knowledge you brought on our ways, the sparking, you sparked our heart to be courageous at this very moment, to stand up for our people who cannot speak for themselves. Thank you so much, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for standing up for Nigerian, standing up for liberations of all the people who are trapped in Nigeria, all the traps, starting from the Yoruba land to Igbo land to Biafran general, to Edo, to Abonyi, to Akwa Ibom, to Benue State, the Middle Belt, and even the Arewa themselves, and even for the freedoms of the terrorists, the people who are known as number 4 dangerous terrorists in the world. Thank you also, because you are doing a very good job also to put them in their own place where they can also express their own freedom. Thank you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much. We are praying for you. We are standing by you. And we are letting you know that we will not let you down. We can never let you down. We will always support you. It doesn't matter. Any mistake you run into, we will be in that mistake together, and we will be together in that very mistake to correct it. We will be in every wrong together to make it right, and we will be in every mess together to make it work. We can never abandon you. We can never forget this courage that you have summoned on our behalf. We'll always be by your side. It doesn't matter what happened. We will always stand by you. We will always be in every mess with you. We will always be in every wrong with you to write it right. We will never abandon you. Thank you so much. You are God gift. And I bring greetings to all the lovers of freedoms and all the lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We bring greeting to you because we are here again, and we believe you have already logged in. We believe that you have already subscribed. We believe that you have already joined these very programs. So you are welcome. Your argument and your critics are welcome. So like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will always say that your critics can only make us better. It cannot make us to quit this very mission and because this mission is a mission of no return. We must see to the end of it. Thank you so much, Mazi Pat, to bringing me into this very program. And I say greeting to all Biafran, mostly the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu loves so much, which are the members of IPOB. IPOB people worldwide, you are wonderful people. Our generation can never forget you guys for what you have done all over the world, for what you have done, for your courage, for your consistency, for your resilience. The world and the history can never forget you people. You are wonderful people. IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. You are all welcome into these very programs and this very morning. You are wonderful people. I said history can never forget any of you. You are wonderful people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody here. While what we are doing at this very time is that we wanted to make everybody to understand that this our agitations for Biafrans and this our cry for Biafrans has taken a different measure, a different dimensions, and everybody need to keep up with the dimension which the struggle has taken now. It's no more time as usual. It has taken a very high dimensions, and the people need to be notified that the agitations has taken a different dimensions, and this very battle line that the Fulani has drawn against all the indigenous people of Nigeria is going to be fought in different front, including in economic front. We see them going after people's accounts and all that in the economic front is going to be fought, and is going to be fought in every different front, both in the judiciary front. Is going to be fought in a judiciary front. So every one of us who are in a judiciary aspect should also be very courageous. Be very courageous at this very point. You should Give all it takes to make sure that your peoples are free, and everyone in economic sectors, you must be very, very strong. Give your people all it takes for them to be free, and everybody living in a armed struggle aspect, you must make sure you give people all it takes to free your people. So be very, very courageous. Be very, very courageous. Be very, very fearless. Be very, very fearless in the front of your enemies. Now I'm going to proceed for what we have with you this morning, because we are not going to be spending a lot of time. We just have to make everything brief, and we bring a lot of clip before you, because I will put on what I be a go. Number one, we are showing you in the clip we play, we are showing you the people who are directly involved in the attack of all these Fulanis in their bush, in their villages. And they are the one coming out to say their experience. So say their experience on how these Fulani people has been a terror to their village. On how these Fulani people, look at that man. He shows you. I showed you last time. I was going to farm with one of the Jukun guy, and the police stop us while we are on move. And they say, where is your ID? He raised up his hand, say, touch my hand and you will feel my ID. I'm a farmer. That's why my hand is rough. Now, this man in this clip, he raised his hand and says, see, the Fulani cut it. The Fulani cut his hand just because they are in his farm. And he comes to question them. Why destroying the crops? And they draw knife, and then he defended himself with his hand. It could have been on his neck. His neck would have been chopped off. But he put his hand, then they cut off the hands. So can you see this? So many of them are coming to testify that they are living in fear. They don't own their community anymore. They don't own their lands anymore. People in their own land are now slaves in their own land. They are afraid to come out. They are afraid to come out to speak. They are afraid to go to their economic activities in their farm. They are afraid. Sleeping in fear in their own community. This is terrible, and this is the situation in which the Fulanis has brought
Mars is very, very important. Please, it's very, very important. We note that the event we just showed people now are events that have happened as early as 2018. So if they are not happening in 2020, so it's because we'll be bringing this event as we are going to play a lot of clips, and I encourage our people to share this video, please. We are going to share a lot of clips, and that is why I said, because in recent time we have seen the Fulanis trying to portray to the world that they are the victims. But we are here to tell the world that the Fulanis are not the victims, that we are the victims. We are the real victims. And I'm going to play a clip to show you the victim, the indigenous people, how they have been maltreated by the Fulani herdsmen, and how they have taken injuries as early as 2018. And the leader of IPOB have been shouting as early as 2012. So most of these things were happening in these localities, but we're being covered. Because I also have a friend in Enugu. They just had a clash 3 days ago, and the entire village vacated. And he told me they are trying to see how they can settle amicably. Now, they have been, as early as 2018, Fulani herdsmen have been killing, maiming people, and they have been trying to cover it, trying to do an amicable settlement, just like you saw the police also said that they have settled amicably. This is what have been happening. But Mazi, it's important we make the reference so that our people will know that it's not how this thing that you see now is recent coverage, but the event, like the man that said they cut his hand, was as early as 2018. So the activities of Fulani herdsmen did not start today. So it's good to make this reference so that people will be able to draw the picture of.
Thank you so much, Mazi Pat. Thank you so much. Now, like what we are trying to analyze here, so that you will follow us, because recently we see meeting upon meeting with governors, with the terrorists themselves, people who has killed, rampage villages, denied people of their human rights, killed them, kill people, kill children, destroy villages, destroy people's properties. And all this while, when these things are happening over the years, since 2015, even before then, since 2015 that Buhari come into power, these rampages has been going on. This killing of the Fulanis, destroying of property of the Fulanis has been going on. And the Mieti Allah, we are not calling governors for meeting. And the northern governors, we are not calling them for meeting. They are not releasing any press release as people has been crying and crying. Their hands are being shut off. Their wives are being raped. Their kids are being raped. These are for years. Oh, not just 1 year, not just 2 years, not just 3 years. This is just for years. For years it has happened. So now we need to understand what Fulanis are up to. That's why we are in this program, and we are going to give you all the updates. So follow us as we bring up more clips to you to show you the activities of the Fulanis in your village, which you never know not. The activities of Fulanis in your communities, which you know not. Okay? So now that they are coming to play the role like, I'm a Fulani, we are one Nigeria, you cannot chase us away, you cannot ask us to leave any part of the Nigeria. Now listen, the comment and the quick notice and all the address to the Fulanis is nothing to like leave the community or to leave the village or the town, but just simple word. Don't live in the bush, live in the town where people can know you, Live in the town where people can know your family, where people can know your activities, not living in the bush. Now, do you know how dangerous it is to live in people's bush? In the night when people were sleeping, they thought they are safe in their communities. Fulanis from the bush, well armed by their president, well armed, they will just come when people are sleeping, they will start killing them. And after they finish the job, they will run into the bush. Nobody knows the address. Nobody knows where they are staying. You cannot even say this is the community of the Fulanis in your village. These are the streets. Like when you come to Kano, you can veg that Igbos, Yorubas, people from the Southerners, they are living in Sabongeli, Kano. They are living in Sabongeli, Kano. So if there be anything that Igbos or any Southerners they do, you can say we find them in Sabongeli, Kano. They live in your communities. They live anywhere they live. They don't live in the bush. But you will come with your cattle and you go and live in the bush, eating people's farm. At the same time, when they talk, you cut off their hands, or you kill them in the farm, or you rape their wife. That is act of wickedness. And this is what Fulanis has been doing to communities. We need to understand. So now that they are being asked to leave the bush, and their governors and Mietiala are running around to make a claim that Fulanis are being punished, that Fulanis are being chased out of. Remember these things that we are bringing up to you. For years, we have been complaining before the launching of ESN to go after them in the bush. They have been in all these activities that we are telling you. They have been in all these activities in the village, killing people, destroying their farm. They have been in all these activities. And if you are coming to defend Fulanis as a Nigerian now, What have you done all this while where they are killing their host communities? All this while when they are destroying the life of the host communities, when they are raping the wife and daughters of the host communities, what have you done? What did you do? If you are coming out now to say, why did you kill the cow? What did you do when the Fulani used the cow to destroy the farms of the host communities? What did you say? What did you do? What measure did you take to stop it, to help the communities rectify this problem? Now, if you are coming to say, why should their house be burned? What measure have you taken? What measure did you take when they burned the houses of the host communities? In years, not 1 year, not 2 years, the government of the day has very long time. People has given to them to work on this issue, and yet it has not stopped. Fulani, they even continue and they upgraded to the level of kidnapping, stopping cars on the road, robbing every criminal activities. They get themselves involved, they equip themselves, and they also arm themselves against the host communities. These are the things that people have been passing through all the years, calling on this very government of Mieti Allah, who are busy moving from one state to the other in hosting meeting as in protection, as to protect the terrorists and the bandits, which they have done nothing over the years, that they have been busy killing the host communities, burning their villages, burning their houses. The same measure people said they complain they see in a clip where Fulani were being chased and their animals are being killed. What did you do when they burned the farms? What did you do when they burned the villages? What did you do when Fulanis were busy raping even children, killing even children, cutting off people's heads, macheting people in their homes, destroying their life? What did you do? Did you think that Nigeria is at risk at that time? Do you think that there is insecurity problem at that time? Now that you are coming and claiming that the Fulanis are being chased out of the host communities, what did you do when Fulanis were killing the host communities? That's what we are bringing up to you in this very program. We need to understand.
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We've seen we've seen people's testimony. We've seen people come out, testify. And this is Ogun State, for the avoidance of doubt. So this is not an Igbo state. This is not Biafra of the Eastern region. We are talking about the Yorubas. And at the time that these things were happening, the Yoruba journalists have not taken their time to go and write or take coverage of the event of the intimidation of their people. Rather, they focused their attention on IPOB and Biafra agitation. Let's take another clip. This clip have gone viral. And it's very, very important we take this clip, because when you look at the way this Fulani man was narrating how they are going to bring war, you will understand that these people actually mean to intimidate everybody into fear.
Forest, then they one place, then they laugh, then they drink bottle. They never come and say, I define you trouble. But to that way, they not be one person, then they kill here. There are 100 people they want kill. Because if you trouble come here, you don't know small picking. You don't know anything. Anybody. Any person who enter the village, any person who is seen at to shoot and kill him, you don't go know that day, brother. Something before army come, you can say some army stuff, you know go feel.
Look at your face, you know.
I tell you. He get a place where some fight the boss there, then call army go there, it's surrounded like this. He carry the whole gun, give the Fulani. They carry and go, they say make it then go. Nobody saw they happen. Okay.
And anybody where they kill, they don't kill.
They don't kill. We as they see us, he get something where we they see, where we sabi, but we don't tire. We don't want time.
Yesterday, whole Fulani for the meeting.
Yesterday, they call us, then go meet Buhari for grant.
Yes.
For Abuja.
Yes,
You see, they go meet Buhari like this. They beg Buhari. They say Buhari, they want to do something for Abonyi here. Buhari say make it they not try and make it they wait.
Wow, no good.
Now in a village, if these people will be group, na Igbo, no be saying another country. Like they making the notice say that way Boko Haram they do. They test say then they do them, then they succeed. Boko Haram say where you see where then they do and not be one language. They are gift group. Yeah. But they no go come for village like we begin to kill this and kill this and they go. Make we not tell these people. When you see this report, you don't need the whole Nigeria. Abonyi, you get to wait in the sea. Who they tell you now? Now the day where you see say Fulani don't pack it their house go. No single Fulani. You wait there here, go tell you say no sleep. But you now be eye here. Make una the control. Make una the tell them. I beg. Anyhow trouble we good. Peace is better person.
Yes, sir.
If they sing, how they sing, it better. Quiet it better. Not be way something don't happen before you say, huh? If you to say I know, I for do like this. That one don't pass off. See? If you see this man where them go kill it, them burn him. His wife he died last week. Only him with his pikin. He can't kill the father again, live on zero. Now they don't carry and that day way them go give the Buhari the pepper, Buhari they cry.
Sure.
You get to one people from Zampara, they say now human being they do this thing. They say I better make we leave it. We say no. We know they carry our action first. Make it the report reach everywhere first. I think they hear me. Okay, so far say you see then they carry this thing go far. America people then they put this thing then they hear them. Okay, if the day where the trouble boss, who go help you?
Nobody.
See? Before you see government know, some people don't die. What that government go as this is what they do for film now. Where government? Maybe some people carry the children they run. But you then thank God if in a Fulani they know that way then they run, they know they see where then they follow run. Like I tell you, Fulani fight is no good though. We they tell you now when you see or say these people were like bush. Fear them more. Make I they tell you. Any person where you don't see that fight where you see there, you know go pray God for your life. Make you fight with that people. We might as we dey here now, we dey fear. That's why you see anything where we hear sometimes we know they make a call. You get some call where they do, it go bad for you.
It go affect you and even
affect you.
Mazi Patrick.
So Mazi, be like say we go begin the follow and they speak the P. Mazi, be like say we go follow speak the pidgin English. This thing don't come out for big grammar.
Yes, Mazi Pat. I'm having a little problem with the way that the video is being played. It doesn't flow anywhere, but I don't know how the people in the Facebook are watching it. If it's flowing there, that's okay. Yeah, I want to point out something very important. Let's reason, because we can't continue to live without common sense. Now, there is, you get one statement where this man make when he is doing his narrations, but I will come to what he was saying. But there is one major point. He said that Fulani has gone to Buhari and they gone there to receive a command. So it means that all the operations of the Fulanis in clean the villages all this while, they are receiving the command from Buhari. Do you see now the truth are coming out? The truth are coming out. That the Buhari government is involved in what Fulanis are doing in our bush, in our villages, in all this havoc that Fulanis are rendering our villages.
Mazi.
I want to make this point, Mazi. Let me make this point, Mazi.
Mazi. Okay.
Yes. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, Mazi, so there is something because now the guy they speak pidgin English. Me say one joy. Me self one joy speak the pidgin English. He talk say he get somebody where they kill, burn them alive. Say they carry the paper and the picture, everything go show Buhari. Say Buhari they cry. It means say Buhari no say problem there for the country, and you know they talk.
That is just exactly the point that I am trying
Mas,
to
you dey hear
make
wetin
here.
I dey tell? Now be say, yeah, now be say Buhari and him people they communicate every day. Because if the Fulani can run to us to go and give report of somebody where they kill their own Fulani person, does it mean say Buhari not dey hear about the people where the Fulani them they kill all over the places?
Yes, one man was burnt alive. One Fulani man was burnt alive. And they took the report to Buhari, and Buhari was crying. But thousands of Nigerians has been killed by Fulani herdsmen. Buhari did not cry. Now, this man said they told Buhari the action they want to take. Because before they take the actions, they went to receive command from Buhari. We want to take this action. And Buhari said, not now. Do you know why? ESN has been born. ESN has been born. So now they have to be careful with action. They have to be careful with the steps they are making because ESN has come to stay. The game has changed. It is no more game, it is no more business as usual. Now they have returned to complain. Before, Fulani doesn't complain. Before, they never complain. Have you ever seen them? But this man was complaining that they are waiting for the command of the president to carry out the action which they have planned for Aboi State. And they are not killing one. He said, how did they go kill now many in hundreds? Ogbunipo, they said, they are Ogbunipo. That before federal government will come, your village is done, they have finished your village. Before America will respond, your village, they have rampaged your village. And this man, again, make a vital point. Again, in his speech, as he's trying to present to people to plant the fears in the people and all that. And this man go on to say that they Fulanese, they have strong muti. He said there was a place where Fulani was fighting, killing the villagers. They invited the army, and the army came and surrendered their weapons to them. Telling you how that he's trying to tell you the kind of charm they have. So if you are daring them, so you will know that they have the backup of Buhari, that they have the backup of their muti, that they have the backup of the police and the army. That police and army are under the control of their muti. They are under the control of their charm. That when you call police and army to come for your rescue, that police will come, army will come, and they will give Fulanis their weapon, and they will return. This is just the testimony of this man. It's not me talking. You hear from him. If you demand the video to be played again for you to listen to the man, now waiting the man they talk, I interpret to you. Now waiting they talk. So you that are playing politics hanky-panky out of hatred and jealous of IPOB and what IPOB is doing, out of jealous and the envy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and out of jealousy and the envy of all the supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you now out of them put your own family and your own community in danger. Hear from a family, hear from a Fulani man. They said when they come to kill, they kill in huge. They don't care who is young or who is small. They don't care who is mother or who is father. Now, such people who
He
have
said
such
even
mindset,
he boasts about how they even kill little children. Mazi, he even talked
exactly.
about how they kill little children, that they don't even spare. And we've seen that happen in the north, where they even cut the stomach of a pregnant woman, bring out the unborn child and slash it on the ground. We've seen that happen. So he's trying to paint a picture of the atrocities and how their heart is as a people. Mazi, go ahead. Because more clips are.
That's exactly the picture. Because you must know you must know the purpose of video and all these telecasts. You must know that the purpose is to print exactly the picture of what is happening and what is about to happen. So you can see the clear picture of what ESN has come to prevail. I said in our last broadcast, never you expect Nigeria to be better in the aspect of insecurity, because the people you are dealing with, they are violent people. They don't know peace. They are trying to go around now to preach peace, but what they're actually trying to do is to reduce your power, is to get you to the point where you will feel, Fulani, are they not saying now they want peace? And then at that time, when you relax, when you tell your family, when they have convinced your Igwe, convinced your governors that we want to cohabit, we want to live in peace with the host communities, at that time when you will accept that peace, Takia will take place. Now, I said Jacob, because why I'm bringing this picture is that we will look the scenario and get a proper picture. Jacob children, one of the neighbor raped their sister without getting married. And we know these people, they are kind of generation, they are very jealous of their own. And according to the command they received from God, that people who were not circumcised did not supposed to sleep with their female. And the one person do it without being circumcised. And these children of Jacob, they come to the man and they say to the man, you need to be circumcised. The man pleaded, I love your sister, I love say you love. But inside their heart, they have already concluded to execute that man. They have already concluded to execute the village. That the village commit unforgivable sin. That is what is in their heart. But yet they still come with the face of peace. We want you to circumcise, so we all will be one. We will live in peace. That's what the children of Jacob told the community. But while these people agreed to go and be circumcised themselves, while they are in pain, they are very weak, they cannot fight. They can let it be when somebody is an adult. They cut off the foreskins of all the men in that community. They are in pain when the children of Israel, when the children of Jacob stepped into their community, while they are weak, while they have accepted everything is going well, we have already reconciled with the children of Jacob, while they are in that pain, then the children of Jacob went and destroyed every male child in that community. Is that not what happened? That's what is happening now. These Fulanis now, you know why they are hosting meeting? Because in Yoruba land, we have showed them the barrel of gun. In our eastern region, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has launched ESN. ESN has become operation. So they know now that the game has changed. It's not business as usual. So they are coming to boast with their sham, that when they come, you can equally surrender your gun to them with their sham, with their muti. People should know what is awaiting them. And the answer to Fulanis is ESN. The answer to Fulanis is for you to rise up in your community before you are being consumed, before they consume you. Because what is coming to you is terrible. Stop kicking against ESN. Support them in every means possible. That is the reason why we are bringing all these pictures. So you will know what is coming. You shouldn't say we didn't warn you. You shouldn't say we didn't warn you, because the Bible said to Ezekiel, if I give you a message to the wicked, to you to go and tell the wicked that they will die, go and say it to them. Then their sin will not be found on you. But if you fail not to say it to them and they die, their blood will be required on your head. That is exactly the mission. That is exactly the job that we are doing here. So you don't say, we didn't tell you. We tell you that death is coming to your community. Fulani does not mean well. No matter how they try to bend the word, no matter how they try to engage your governors, they only wanted to bring you to the side of weakness so that they will invade you. Anya unu mepekwa kita. Anya unu mepekwa kita. Ekano, you are still there fighting, putting obstacles to ESN. Why can't you reason for once? Why can't you reason for once? Reason for once. Reason for once before you hand over your community to death. Ndigwe rulers collecting small money. Remember Esau. Remember Jacob and Esau. Over small pot of porridge, he sold his destiny. He sold his destiny. He sold the future of his children. He sold the future of his community for the pot of porridge. That chonchego the Fulanis are putting in your hand, and you are submitting yourself to their mutis, and they are controlling your brain. How long are you going to eat that money? How long will that money be in your pocket? Because the same money you get, you discover that money is not for you. It's going to be for someone else. You are going to buy a house. Yeah, you will give that money to someone else, and you buy a house. When it starts, how sure are you that you are building will remain? How sure are you? How sure are you that those money you are using to buy those property, that those property will remain? That property will be there? That when Fulanis come, they will spare those properties. They will spare those cars. Our people wake up from sleep. Support ESN. That is what I'm bringing to all of you this morning, with all the evidence of the videos that and the clips that we are playing here.
Mazi, there is a clip.
Thank you.
There is a clip I want to play. We have lots of them. At least we have another 45 minutes to be able to round up. But there is a clip I want to play, and this clip happened in Edo State, where another young man also suffered attack in the hand of the Fulani herdsmen.
What be your name?
Ebe.
No, Ebe, waiting.
Ebe, good luck.
Okay, what did happen?
I want to go carry my yam. I jam Fulani people for pipeline. I then begin rush, beat me, use glass with a stick, with a gun.
We did.
This February.
Today. We did.
Today. Okay, February 3rd.
Okay, what did happen? How many of them they waka they go?
Only me. Jump them.
Okay. When you talk, say it happened to your farmer.
Mazi, this incident took place 3 days ago. Exactly 3 days ago.
They move the yam, then they chop out. Then go sit down there, they chop the yam.
How many times you don't jump them?
I don't jump them. Today I jump them. If I reach my yam, then lose them. Then go sit down like sit and they get found. Begin chop and smoke with bow.
Okay. How many of them you say you see?
6.
6. Okay. Where they come? How you come to escape?
When they look and say, then begin knock me now. I just run because I know road. I just follow Winisi, find road, go bust out for Winisi, go tell Winisi people this when they happen. When I reach there, I wake up them. Let them say, "Man, I sit down for a man, not talk." Then one man when they rescue me, come give me more. Say, "Man, I take get power."
Okay. All this one happened this morning.
This morning.
How many people they don't attack for them before?
The people want to attack for them now. Now me be second person now.
Which day they attack the other person?
This morning again.
They have stabbed 2 people this morning. This morning. When it be which date? When it be which date?
That's on 3rd.
On 3rd of February.
3rd February. Okay.
This year, 2001.
Okay. The 3rd February 2021. Now the first time this will be they do one before.
Then they chop me before. Now today they attack me.
Then they attack you.
Okay.
They even chop my yam.
They even chop your yam.
They chop my yam, and the report have reached to Venice also.
Okay, which time they chop
but
your yam?
It is today now we notice that my own, I cannot reckon, I don't know the date, but it is last week in short.
They chop your yam?
Yes, okay. And I have returned all my yam.
You don't return them from the farm?
Yes, they might have.
What? How many people? Okay, what
I didn't see them. I didn't see them. But when I read there, their sign was there. They cut all my cassava, take and lie down. And the sign, as I saw, that there are many people, but I didn't see them. So I quickly returned my yam to home. I was in the service this morning, and when they come and give me the report. So as I was rushing to Venice to go and meet him, they called me that already he has returned. When I got inside the house, and I met him, I decided before coming to hospital, let me go to the police station first. So, but when I got there, the police people said it is something. But however, I should bring him here, that after you give the treatment, then you can go and make a report.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So, Mazi, you see the strategy of attack remains the same. They try to cut people from the head, you know. They try to tear the brain open. You understand what I'm saying? So, when you look at the strategy of attack, it's similar. You know, like the man in Ogun said they wanted to cut the brain open, and he used that hand that they damaged to block the knife cut. So the Fulani herdsmen killing strategy, they target your forehead and see if they can remove the brain from the, you know. So much it's very, very important our people understand the trademark, the attack strategy, because it will help us to study the people we are dealing with. Mazi, go ahead.
Yeah, the picture was very, very clear. And these are people who are at the receiving end. These people who were interviewing them are not IPOP or ESN members. These are not IPOP members. These are the members of our communities. These are the members of our communities, bringing out their
Mazi, listen. Mazi, it's very, very important we take note that this is Edo State. Oh. We started from Ogun State, we shifted down to Edo State. And I'm going to bring more clips because we have them in numbers. In fact, the next clip I'm going to play is a clip of a London-based who didn't even have a farm. He doesn't have a farm. He only employed them for security. So please help us share this video so that you understand that the attack is not only the farm, that even when you take them in as your security guard, your life is not safe. Mazi, go ahead.
Thank you. So we are all hearing these complaints. And now, listen to this man very clearly. Said they went to make a report to the police and they recorded the report. But since 5-6 years now, people have been making complaints. Who's among these Fulani terrorists has been arrested? And the parade, we see them, they always parade. The people from Yoruba land, all these people that
we've even seen Yahoo boys who have not killed anybody being paraded all over the place. Yahoo boys that do not have arms, Yahoo boys that they jump quick. We are not trying to justify fraud, but between Yahoo boys that are being paraded all over the place and killer Fulani herdsmen that there have never been any arrest, who is more dangerous to the society? Mazi, go ahead.
So this is just the point. People who steal bread, they parade them. People who steal biscuit, they parade them. But why have they not paraded these Fulani herdsmen? Why they have not arrested them? Why? Why? These are the questions adults will be asking. Why? Before you said ESN is this, Nandekano is this, can you answer this common question? Why they have not been able to arrest these killers, Fulani herdsmen, who are eating people's crops at the same time, attacking them, killing them, and raping them? Ask yourself, as an adult, this question. You need clarification. Why this report has always gone to police, and police were not able to arrest, and police were not able to prosecute? Why? Why? Before you think that is normal, can you answer the question?
Mazi, now talking about persecution or arresting. Now we see even the police that is supposed to carry out arrest and prosecution trying to make peace with the killers and the community. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Is it the duty of the police to make peace with the killers and the community? Because we are trying to paint a picture so that we can see where when Tiwa Danjuma told you that they collude, you can see that the police whose duty is to make arrest and prosecute have now turned to peacemaker, especially when it comes to killer Fulani herdsmen who are rampaging everywhere. Which day have police started becoming peacemaker in the society? They left the job of arrest and prosecution and start making peace, begging communities to accept them. We are coming back because some of the people that we acquitted from Iganga, where we saw the Sunday Igboho, they have also moved to another community again. And that clip will be coming your way, Mazi, as we move on, because we don't have much time again. I said we have to extend it. But I want to see if I can also open the line for people to call in, because it's very, very important. We also look at people's opinion, take it into consideration. So, Mazi, give it a short briefing while I play the next clip.
Thank you, Mazi. Pat. Awụpụta nwata akpị egosi enya. We are showing you what the activities of Fulanis around the communities. Because some of you are in another community. Because it has not gotten to you. You will think it will never gotten to you. But we want to let you know, very soon, you will be the one reporting like these people that are reporting now, if nothing is being done. And we did not just come here to yam. We come here actually to give you, to bring to your update the activities of the Fulanis, which have accumulated all this year, and what give birth to ESN, and the job that ESN has come to do. So we are not here to make an empty argument. We are here to show you the problem and show you the solution. Not people who come to complain, hey, problem. The solution now is your support to ESN. ESN need to move to Benue, need to move to Taraba, need to move to entire look and corner of the whole Southerners and even the middle belt that needed the help. We need, because these are the people that have spoken the language of the Fulanis, that have spoken Funfude. And that is why they are now coming out. They are now coming out in force. They want peace. They coming to engage your governors, engage your traditional ruler. Who should they never do all this while? They have been threatened upon threatened from the Fulanis. But now somebody is speaking their language and they feel like the game has changed. Then they want to save their face. They want to save their business. They want to save their government. So, and they are doing, never you agree with these people. If you sleep with your two eyes closed in this matter, your village will be overrun. be very, very careful. Didn't say we don't warn you. We are in this to make sure that all you need to know, that you know it ahead of time. If you fail in your block brain, you in this brain, that in your brain, because water has entered it and you refuse to drain the water for you to listen, for you to see. Some of you just come, if we are saying things we don't make sense. They don't make sense. They are being biased. There is no biasness here. We are only bringing you the truth. We are only bringing you the truth to let you understand before it happens. For you to be able to put a measure to resist. ESN are here. Have you supported? Have you endorsed? Have you endorsed ESN? Let's forget whatever that is our individual differences. We need to come together. We need to come together as a people. You need to support what is right. Forget people who come to complain for years, for 6 years, that this government of Nyetiala has been there. People have been complaining, clean our village, doing our village, destroying our village, kidnapping. Who has articulated a solution? Only ESN. Only ESN. Only IPOP under the leadership of Mazi Nandekan. And what we are doing here is this. IPOP under the leadership of Mazi Nandekan launched ESN. But let me tell you, it is a gift to your community. They did not launch ESN to own ESN. They launched ESN to be able to solve your problem. Which people has been complaining, members of your community are coming out here in the video we are showing, complaining. So we launched it, and it is a gift to your community. Why are you not asking your Igwe? Why are you still delaying to endorse solutions that have been provided to us? Why don't you ask your governor? Why haven't you endorsed this very solution, a gift that IPOP has given to our community? Why haven't you endorsed it? Why haven't your president, via PM, President General, PG of your community, why haven't he endorsed IPOP? They are telling you the negative side, the negative side. What about the positive side? Why they haven't considered the positive side? Because your village and your town and community are in danger. And somebody are telling you that you need to wait for somebody who has sat in office for 8 years, for 10 years, for 6 years, and was not able to legislate a security outfit that can confront the terrorists that are destroying your village. Now you are waiting for them. These days that you are about to die, this day that you are about to die, you are waiting for them to legislate before you endorse. Mazi, can you play more video? People, in short, thank God, we are pilots. We are watching our hands. We are watching.
Mazi,
I am watching.
We might be forced to extend this program, but it all depends on if people are going to call in and the number of calls we receive. But meanwhile, there is somebody. Let me give you a little background of the story before I play the clip. This young man is based in the UK. He's not an Igbo person. He's not a Biafran, but a Yoruba person. And he employed a Fulani person. And this Fulani person changed his name from Mohammed to Jonathan to make it look as if he's a Christian, to be accepted. And this, our brother, a Yoruba person, employed this Mohammed, who turned his name to Jonathan, to be his gatekeeper. Because we have a lot of our people who are still keeping Fulani herdsmen as gatemen in their houses. You know, we must point out that at a time when the Hausas, the real Hausas, were doing the gateman job, those days are over. Most of the Hausas today have been corrupted by the character of the Fulanis. There was a time you can trust an Hausa man and give him your key, but no longer this day, because even the character of the Hausa people have been contaminated by the criminal Fulanis who pretend to be Hausas. They say they are Hausa Fulani. But this day you can see that the Hausa you used to know is no longer the Hausa that we know now because of contamination of the Fulani. And that was why the leader of indigenous people of Biafra told the Hausa people long time ago. I remember that broadcast where he told them, you people must stand up and clean your name, because at the end of the day, you are going to regret. And I can tell you that the Hausa people are regretting today because they allowed the Fulanis to run with their name. Now, this Jonathan of a person made an attempt to kill the man who employed him. Mazi, let's take the clip because it will send a message to also those who feel, oh, but I don't have a farm. I'm not into farming. I have a business. I don't own a farm. So how does killing of farmers concern me? But you have a Fulani as your gate man. I live in America. I don't own a farm. I live in US. I live abroad. But you have a gate man who is a Fulani. Let's take a look at this video and make a very good sense of it.
My name is Babatunde William Familaya. The day mercy said no and delivered by the mighty hand of God.
I've been Tunde's friend for say 24, 25 years since when we were single before we got married.
Tunde is somebody I've known for forever. His mother brought him to me. I think that must have been 1993. Helped me mentor him.
My kids are in Europe. I farm in Nigeria. On that farm is a 3-bedroom bungalow which I stay when I am in Nigeria. As day staff, we specified that they must be Christians. So they came in, day workers, and as night guards. The first of the guys called Jonathan. Later to find out he was Yunusa. I found he was lonely. So I said, go get one of your friends to come and stay with you. And we were 3 merry brothers. We had a good time. I was searching that these fellows will give their life for me. So we had a kind of relationship like that, not knowing that they had different intentions. We got close enough that he cleans my wardrobe, my shoes. He has access to my bedroom. We talked often as brothers. This fateful day, I was a bit careless, as Jonathan had done this practice run a few days earlier. I'd woke.
I want, listen. I'm going to start this clip from the beginning. I'm going to pause it and give you a little analysis of the mindset of some of our people who take Fulani as their best friend, who believe that if they run into trouble, that Fulani person will come and defend them. This young person, Babatunde here, brought in these people because he owns a farm as well, but he employed these people to work for him, and they came into his life. He saw them as his friends. He saw, not just friends, he said he saw them as their brother. Just like many of our Igbo people are taking Fulani as their brothers. Just like many of our Biafrans are embracing, in fact, you and Fulani, they eat on this, even as we are speaking right now. There are some of our people who eat on the same table with Fulani as we are speaking. But Babatunde's story is worth sharing because it's going to open your eyes to what Fulani is made of. Because the day of sacrifice will come, they are not going to pity you. Let's continue from the beginning of the story. This story is very, very important, and I would like you to share this video, share this clip, because it's going to save some of these are people wicked that is embracing Tambuwal. A day is coming when Tambuwal will sacrifice you on the altar of his personal interest. Let's go ahead.
My name is Babatunde William Familaya. The day mercy said no and delivered by the mighty hand of God.
I've been Tunde's friend for say 24, 25 years since when we were single before we got married.
Tunde is somebody I've known for forever. His mother brought him to me. I think that must have been 1993. Helped me mentor him.
My kids are in Europe. I farm in Nigeria. On that farm is a 3-bedroom bungalow which I stay when I am in Nigeria. As day staff, we specified that they must be Christians. So they came in, day workers, and as night guards. The first of the guys called Jonathan. Later to find out he was Yunusa. I found he was lonely. So I said, go get one of your friends to come and stay with you. And we were 3 merry brothers. We had a good time. I was searching that these fellows will give their life for me. So we had a kind of relationship like that, not knowing that they had different intentions. We got Close enough that he cleans my wardrobe, my shoes. He has access to my bedroom. We talked often as brothers. On this fateful day, I was a bit careless, as Jonathan had done this practice run a few days earlier. I had woken up a few days earlier, finding him standing in my room. What do you want? And he said to me, oh, you called me. And I said, no, I didn't call you, get out.
October 2017, he was planning to travel to go see his family.
I put things in place. The whole staff knew I would start traveling. On that 10th, I wake up in the morning, miracle one. Standing inside my room, by the door, was Jonathan. I couldn't see what was in his hands, but I could study the expression on his face, and it was strange. What do you want again? I knew something was wrong. Get out of my room. Maybe you are traveling to London tomorrow, Abi. I had not seen the knife in his hands. What's wrong with Jonathan? What could he want? And use my blanket to cover his head, pushing him backwards outside my room. Push Jonathan through this louver windows. I see the other guard drop the machete. Jonathan bent over now, is speaking in Hausa, asking for something. For the first time, I now see the knife on the left hand. I see the other guy bend down, picks up the machete and gives him. Now I know that I'm cooked. Sought to connect with him through his eyes, trying to analyze him and look into the person I knew. I found no human being there. He was blank. He was shaking all over. Jonathan, what is it you want? For the first time, I now get the clue. And go and bring the money. I say, what money are you talking about? Maybe you're traveling to London. I said, there's no money, Jonathan. Send your partner to the room to get whatever it is you want. He says, go get the money. I decided to plead for my life and said, look, Jonathan, my children are waiting for me. He didn't listen. I made up my mind that I was not going to die. I knew I had to pray. I started to pray in tongues. I quote the scripture that I know. I shall not die, but should live to declare the glory of the Lord in the land of the living. He's watching me, and I am speaking now. I'm convinced I'm speaking directly to a spirit. I say, Holy Spirit, take control. He counts 1 to 3, and he brings the machete down on my head. I see stars. Right here, and I was lucky it was just a few inches from my head. I launched forward and pushed them back. I was screaming, but there was no voice coming out. Panicking, turn a corner, and I fall down. Face hitting the ground first. The left side was completely paralyzed, so I blacked out. Waking up, I realized I must have been running while dragging the left leg. I've been on the ground for an hour. I go to the gate of now my pastor, Alex.
5 a.m. Then I saw my phone, which was by a stool by my bedside, and it was blinking. I saw my gate man was calling me. I got outside, I saw him by the gate in a pool of his blood. He wasn't wearing anything. I looked at the confusion and I said, hospital. Remember, you said it was on strike.
I knew now that finally I was dying. I made my peace with God and asked him to look after my kids.
He was breathing heavily, talking to him at the same time. Hold on to their life. Said he thought it was an angel speaking to him.
Blackout again.
My wife said to me on the phone, why don't you try Vine Branch?
Came screaming, help us. Please help us.
I got a call from Pastor Mrs. Adegwe. Tunde was attacked, jumped into the car and drove to the hospital.
The young doctor screamed.
I went to look at him. At that point, I really felt, wow, only God can keep this man. I could see his brain. His skull was split open. It was really, really bad.
Doctor, you have intracranial hematoma, which is bleeding within the brain.
Like you go to the abattoir. Tunde is a very funny fellow, very cerebral. So he believes he knows everything. It was time to tell the nurses and doctors what to do.
Miracle 3, UCH, a federal institution, had reopened.
Later that evening, first operation.
For the scripture comes to my heart. The name of the Lord is a strong tower.
It lasted for quite some hours. They tried to remove some of the bones, the splinter bones that broke into his brain. The second day or so, I spoke with the CMD myself. I asked him, what do you think? What's the prognosis? He says it's very bad. It's not likely to be able to recover the use of his hands anymore. And that if he ever recovered, that he'll be a vegetable.
Go abroad so you could assess him, be sure that he was okay.
Get to Europe and the neurosurgeons are completely amazed. First, why am I talking? Why am I fully coherent? Why am all my body functions working? God came through, my hands began to move, began to work. I hope my story assures all that mercy triumphs over judgment, and the hand of God is mighty to deliver us from all situations.
Yeah, so we've seen the clip. Very, very interesting one. Maz, I hope you followed that clip. And we saw how this young man, Babatunde, risked his life because he employed a Fulani in his house, took him as a brother, took him as a friend, gave him access to his bedroom, gave him access to his wardrobe. And at the end of the day, we saw how the same cutting strategy, the same way they cut you in the head, the same way that the Fulani herdsmen, the same pattern they use in cutting the farmers in the farm, the same pattern they use in cutting the women they rape and kill in the farm is the same pattern. This one is in his own bedroom because he gave them a job. Mazi, go ahead.
Thank you, Mazipat. Yeah, actually the clip has already been played out and people are following us. The reason why we are doing what we are doing is because we want you to see with your own eyes and hear with your own ear, so that you will not be victim and you will not make the mistakes that other people make. And that is why we are bringing this update to you, that there is nothing you can do, like I said earlier in this very program, that there is nothing you can do to restructure the mindset of the Fulanis who are killers. Nothing. Nothing. No matter how you bet pig, after betting pig, change pig a good cloth, the moment you leave pig, he go back to swamp. That is where he belongs. No matter how good you become to the killers. John chapter 10 verse 10 said, they only come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. If you don't put measure on ground to prevent or to resist, you will be the next victim. I'm telling you, somebody is here, even commenting rubbish. But at the end of the day, you will be the victim of what we are talking here. You will be the victim if you don't measure.
Mazi, I have a friend, a very good friend of mine, who we lived in Switzerland together before he returned back. And 3 days ago, he called me. We were discussing, say, one name now, my mama monokwa also. Say, what is the problem? No, see that Fulani, the village and the Fulani herdsmen had a misunderstanding. And one of the young youth of the community, Nenugu precisely, was killed. And there was this clash they had, and the village had to quit their community because of fear of reprisal attack. So he was telling me that, man, everywhere no also, because they were afraid of reprisal attack. And I said, my God, what is going on? And this is somebody, anytime I talk about Biafra, you take, my guy, leave that, the Biafra one. But today, his mother is on the run, thanks to Fulani herdsmen.
They only complain. When you give them solution, they will reject solution. That is just the problem we are having in the south, in the southern Nigeria. The problem they have is that they know how to talk about their problem, but to be able to focus, articulate solution, they will not. They will be speaking big grammars. They will be analyzing your grammars and all that. Common solution, because there is no, or even all these things they are telling us, this sickness doesn't have cure. Every sickness has cure. The Bible make it clear that temptation which are greater than you, God will not allow it to come to you. That in the midst of every temptation, He make it a way of escape. Any sickness that exists here has solution. The only difference is that the solution has not been discovered. But the solution, now, like when the children of Israel were leaving Egypt,
Everything that we are seeing today are being practicalized. They come to a river that is very bitter and they are thirsty. The river is very bitter. They're complaining to Moses. They're complaining to Moses. Then Moses went to God. What can I do? The river is bitter. And the God showed him a tree in the midst of that river. Cut the tree's leaf, fresh leaf, and put in the river. So, you people can drink. Can you see in the midst of that bitterness, there was a solution articulated? But inability for people to discover that this tree that is standing in the midst of this river is the solution to the bitterness of this river all this while is the reason why they are thirsty. To be able to articulate, to be able to see that this is the solution. So now we are discussing solution. Solution. In 1967, Ojukwu, they all went to conference at Aburi. Agreement was drawn on how to progress Nigeria, on how to make Nigeria live together, on how to make Nigeria prosper, on how to turn Nigeria to Dubai that we are seeing today, on how to make Nigeria to be the China of Africa, on how to make Nigeria a Japanese of Africa, on how to make Nigeria competitive with America in the world stage. They articulated this agreement. Some individuals, some illiterates in individuals, they went and harbored people who wanted to destroy the nation, who doesn't want the progress of the nation. By harboring them, they declare civil war. They declare civil war instead of abiding with agreement, instead of abiding with solutions and applying the solution. They declare civil war. Now, at this time again, look at the same problem after 50-something years, still facing the nation. And we say Nigeria is not working. And the Nigerian politics is not working. For it to work, we need a revolution. A revolution that will remove all the gangsters who has hijacked our politics, who has hijacked our political space, or else disintegration of Nigeria. And we are articulating this very solution, said, okay, let everyone that is being trapped go their separate way. And if they have time again to come together as a people, they will be able to ratify what has been the problem before. Now we are giving you the solution. That disintegration of Nigeria is the solution to the debt that is coming to your village, to the debt that is coming to your community, to the debt that is coming to your city. Solution is disintegration. Give Biafran freedom. Give Oduduwa freedom. Give Middle Belt freedom. Give Ariwa freedom. If in future we decide to work together, we can be able to ratify our differences and have this kind of common agreements that we protect life and properties among us. And some people are busy yapping. To keep Nigeria one is a tax that must be fulfilled. Nigeria unity is unnegotiable. And your people are dying. What is the need of the unity that cannot protect life and the property? Tell me. Tell me the need of unity that you want that increases insecurity, danger to humanity. Danger to humanity. What kind of unity is that? The unity that poses danger. Why do you want to hold on this unity that will finally destroy your village? That will finally destroy you as a person? Now, Tunde is complaining. These are motive and the intention that you cannot wash away by your good deed like as the Westerners, as the Southern Nigeria, they want to demonstrate their academic, their intellectual abilities. They want to speak too much grammar. They want to analyze and write. And the Fulanis are holding one intention. And I want to tell you where it is drawn and why you cannot change it. Now, all these things are being practicalized in the Bible. Read your Bible. Even if they read newspaper, they agree with newspaper, you need to read your Bible. Now, Isaac is the son, the only son of Abraham through Sarah. And he inherited a blessings of covenant that Abraham made with God. Now, as he's about to depart, he promised to release that blessings to his two kids, which are Esau and Jacob. Now, the mother of these two kids had when the father is discussing this with his elder son, because naturally in the tradition of Israel, the elder son inherits whatever the father has. So now he was communicating with his son, who is a hunter, who killed everything that come his way. He killed everything that come his way. Now he was discussing with him, go and hunt something for me and make soup. So my heart can be happy to bless you before I passed away, before I joined my ancestors. And the mother had it. And for the prophecy of God to be fulfilled, who said, I hate Esau for a reason, and I love Jacob. Now, for that prophecy to be fulfilled, God stayed up the mother to go and prompt Jacob to make that soup for the father, and use the skin of the animal to camouflage, in order, because his brother is hairy and his father is blind, and for him to feel his son, he has to touch his body. Now, Jacob did as his mother said. He brought that very particular porridge, that very particular soup, because he has an animal. He just went by the corner. He brought it, and he camouflaged to his father. His father touched him. He said, this body is the body of Esau, but the voice is the voice of Jacob. But nevertheless, let me give you the blessings as I promised. He gave all the blessings to Jacob, thinking he was giving it to Esau. After he has finished blessing Jacob, Jacob left and Esau returned. When Esau get back to his father, he said, Father, I am done. Please give me the blessing. He said, sorry, your brother has already used cunningness to take the blessing. Nothing left. He cried. Does it mean nothing you can give to me? The father said, nothing left. But I have to tell you one secret. He said, with the engagement of sword, you shall prevail against your brother, and his yoke shall be break off your neck. Esau does not have the blessing, but he has an information from his father on how to deal with his brother, so that his brother will not continue to dominate him with the blessings he has received. He said, with sword. That is what Fulanis receive. With sword, they will enslave the Southerners. If they engage you with grammar, if they engage you with writing, they will fail woefully. They will fail woefully. They know they cannot contend with the Southerners academically. If it is by the academic strength, the Southerners will always prevail. The Southerners will always, if it is by natural blessings, intellectual blessings, if by the reasoning blessings, they know that the Southerners are blessed. If are for the natural resources, blessing from God, the Southerners are blessed. If it's for mineral resources, the Southerners have received the abundance of blessings that they don't need too much struggle. They are blessed with nature. They are blessed with weather. They are blessed with mineral resources. They are blessed with intellectuals. They are blessed with brain. That is the blessings of Jacob. But the Fulani has the information that was given to Esau. Sword. Engage them with your sword. That's why they always want to kill. They always want to kill. They always want to kill. People are not getting this information correct. They even read some of these verses and they jump it when they see the history repeating itself. What these people knows is the sword, that with the sword they will be able to penetrate and subdue the Southerners. They have no other alternative. They have no intellectual alternative. They have no reason capacities as to subdue the Southerners. They cannot subdue you intellectually, in academic might. They cannot dare you, because even their president are still looking for his certificate. Tanko Mohammed cannot even know the terms in the law that he is heading in Nigeria. All of them are stark illiterate. No idea that can move a nation forward that is coming from them. They are not wise. They are mentally blank. They are mentally blank. The only thing that is stuck on their head is that sword. That sword that Isaac told Esau about, that with sword you shall prevail against him, and you shall break off his yoke off your neck. That is it. Southerners are not discovering that their terms of English, that their intellectual capacities can never dare change anything about the Fulanis, because they know where their strength is. But the Southerners doesn't know their strength. That is just a problem. We don't know our strength. We don't know, because we have a comprehensive blessings. If they come with sword, give them sword. If they come with intellectual challenge, give them intellectual challenge. If they come with educational challenge, give them. There is no part of challenge that does not require the same measure. If people are coming to you with sword and you are busy demonstrating your intellectual capacity, like Soludo, them, and most of the Southerners who are speaking grammar, in the presence of war and death and killing of the herdsmen, they are busy analyzing politically, trying to be political correct. Can you even see David Umai coming to say it is the communities that are destroying the Fulanis, that are chasing the Fulanis?
Mazi, we've also seen intellectuals like Tony Nadi trying to bring down the constitution through grammar. You also include that, because it's very, very important that our people look at where we are failing. Go ahead.
That is exactly what we are talking about. People are not giving equal reaction to a situation. Somebody come with trouble. Somebody come with trouble to give you trouble, and you still feel like you want to treat the person the way you are treating your wife or the way you are treating your children. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. Do you understand? We must know the measure that these people are coming to us, and we give them the same measure. We give them the same measure. Now that we have given them the same measure, they want to engage you intellectually, beat them hands down. They cannot. Why should the Fulanis, who cannot even read what is in the book? I've seen their meeting with the governor of Imo State. They are not even powered to articulate words. And these are the people you will be wasting your time sitting, listening to them. In intellectual capacity, you are bigger, 100 million miles bigger than them. Why should these people be the one to be making our Igwes, who are empowered with wisdom and understanding, who have been making them to be third class in intellectual abilities? Now, these people are powerless intellectually. In educational wise, they are zero. The only thing they have is the sword. That's why they are not playing with the sword. And you have to engage them with the sword. Don't speak grammar where you need to take action, where you need to go and clean up, dust up your forefathers' gun that has been kept, that have not been used. Don't give them that intellectual. You need to rise up in the presence of this crisis. You need to show Fulanis that if you kill, that the Bible says those that kill with sword will die with sword. That is the engagement that God, because we are disappointment to God who has blessed the Southerners. We are disappointment. I believe the angels are crying. I believe that God are regretting. Like as he said in Genesis, I regret why I created man. I believe that God is regretting why he blessed the Southerners. Why he blessed the Southerners? Because they have felt in their abilities, they have felt in their reasoning that people are engaging you with sword and you're engaging them with grammar, with writing, and you're engaging them with English, political correctness. Rise up once, for they that kill by sword shall die by sword. Those that kill by sword shall die by sword. So engage them with sword. That is the secret that Isaac did to Esau. And that is why you see all these people that surrendered Israel today, they don't play with sword. But Israel also have, even at the old age, David never played with sword. David, even at his old age, he continued to fight even till the sword fell off his hand. And these people ran around him and took him away and said, please, you should retire or else you will bring shame to Israel. Can you just imagine a king even that should be celebrating in his old age, like some of you that Igwe is going to Sokoto to fall down to receive 50,000, 1 million and put in the pocket and they sell the destiny of their people. So permit me, please. And sell the destiny of their people. And sell the destiny of their people. Now, David at his old age continued to fight with sword until in the war front, sword fell off his hand. An old man in his old age refuses to give up the destiny of his generation. And you are Igwe, and you are the president general of your village. What are you doing? What are you doing? By the time you're supposed to be leading your people in this war front, you are busy speaking grammar to Fulanis who doesn't, because they only wait you in your amen, in your ignorance, and they will still carry their action because it is buried in their heart. That is the only way of survival. As some of you are looking like you have mineral sources, then you can survive. They themselves, they are thinking they have the sword and they need to survive by the sword. Esau only have that secret, survival by the sword, survival by the sword. And that is why the children of Israel knows that the only way that these people, in many times that the children of Israel have been destroyed and been dismayed, it has been by the sword. It has always been by the sword that they are being dismayed. The blessings of God could not protect them, when they failed to articulate the use of sword, when they failed to articulate the use of sword. The blessings of God could not protect them. The same with the Southerners, who are playing with the life of their community today, playing with their own life. When we are telling them about these Fulanis, there is something natural about them. It is not about in education. It's not about in education on the school. It's not about school. It's not about civilization. There is secret in their hearts, which we are bringing up to you, that this is the secret. They are not blessed with human capacities or not human capacities. They are not blessed with intellectual capacities. They are not blessed with a mind of reasoning. They are not blessed with creativities. So therefore, their life is solidly dependent on sword. The sword is the only thing they have, and that is why they must kill you to survive. They must destroy your village to survive. They must destroy your community to survive. They must eat your crops. Everything that brings destructions is what they believe on. What stopped them in 1966 of negotiating with the government of Agui-Ironsi and bring stability in Nigeria? Instead, they lead a bloody counter coup, and they kill a man who was not involved in the coup, and they kill so many Igbos just because they felt that the death of the people who died, who are Nigerians, who died in the hand of Nigerians army, that he needed to be revenged on army. Because anytime you provoke them, they will engage with that their sword, because they know the only survivor. They don't have intellectuals. They don't have people who reason, who can engage you and make things right. No. The only thing they have, the only capacity they have is the sword. With the sword, they shall prevail.
Mazi, it's also very, very important. You know, when you say some of these things, it's difficult for our people to comprehend. Very, very difficult for our people to comprehend. We looked at that Fulani man that was talking about going to Buhari, talking about somebody that was killed. I want to play a clip of that man so that our people will see the sword by his side. Because when you say, problem that our people have is that they don't pay attention to details. Now, I want to play that clip so that you see that while he was narrating, he had his own sword by the side.
Now, forest then they one place. Then they laugh.
Look at his sword.
They never
Look
come
at
and
his
say,
own sword by the side.
But to that way, they not be one person they kill here. That 100
You
people
see
they
his
want
sword
kill.
by his side.
Because if you trouble come here, you don't know small picking. You don't know anything.
Anybody.
You see his sword by his side.
Any person who enter the village, any person who you see that they shoot and kill him, you don't go know that they brought.
Exactly.
You can see his own sword.
Some army stuff you don't go fit.
Exactly.
Look at his face.
You see his own sword by the left hand side. So when you say these things, our people really need to see that it's not a make-up story. It's not propaganda.
No, be so they happen.
So look at
And
the
anybody
sword
who they kill, they
don't kill.
This Fulani, just like you've been saying, you've been talking about it, and people are trying to maybe it's a fairy tale. But here we see.
Yesterday, they called us, then go meet Buhari for grant.
Yes. Here we see him carrying his own sword by the side.
Then go meet Buhari like this. Then beg Buhari. They say Buhari, they want to do something for Abonyi here. Buhari say make it they not try and make it they wait.
You see, he said Buhari said they should wait, which means they should wait that the time of revenge hasn't come yet. That is what it means. That the coast is not clear for revenge.
Exactly.
Because he hasn't said, he didn't say that Buhari should say they should forget about what happened. He said they should wait for the right time. Mazi, go ahead.
Yeah. The right time is when they have succeeded to make you feel, the Mazi Nandekan always says, when they have dragged you into believing the fake,
giving you false sense of security. That is what Mazi Nandekan, they'll give you that false sense of security.
False sense of security. When they have dragged you into that mood where you will feel we are in peace now, we are settled now, Fulani things are settled down, that is when you will be overwhelmed. Because they never forget that by the sword they shall live, and they shall break off their yoke of intellectuality, your yoke of educational strength, educational mind, your yoke of natural blessing that your villages and towns are endowed with. That yoke of being blessed in your sense of reasoning, the only way they can break off that yoke and make sure that you did not rule over them is the engagement of the sword. You might not believe the Bible. It doesn't concern me. It doesn't concern me. My life with the Bible is personal experience. I always bring to you a man who was blind and he was meant to see by Jesus. They tried to shut him down. Why are you even quoting the Bible? Why are you pointing to that man that you just rejoice and thank God for the good work that happened to you? Don't talk about the man. But the man said, this is a personal experience. I am old enough to talk by myself. I was blind and I was living with all you guys. None of you changed my life. But this Bible, but this Jesus, I encountered him and I have personal experience and no one can change it. So I have personal experience and no one can change it. And my personal experience does not based on who write the Bible or who brought the Bible. My personal experience is based that what I am bringing to you now is playing on my face. Is it not this Facebook? People come here, people come in this camera, they live all manner of life. But the fact remains that you are using your eyes to see it. You are using your eyes to see it. Now it's just the same way that I am watching the Bible and I'm using the Bible to compare the story and what is happening. Because it's just things repeating themselves. It's just things repeating themselves. So now I'm bringing up to you that in the Bible, this is what we saw. That Esau was given a secret on how to fight Jacob. And that is why when Jacob was returning, he was afraid because he has already known what his father told his brother. And from that moment, in the moment Isaac finished talking to Esau, Esau went and took sword and started chasing around where is Jacob. And that is why Jacob ran away. Okay? Now, the same way, when Herod heard that a king has been born who has been chosen by God, he engaged the sword because they know it is only by the sword they will survive. They will be able to break off the yoke of all these your blessings off their neck. So the same secret that was given to Esau, though it was said in secret, but Jacob is also aware that is only by sword. And that is why all Israel, even the child that was born in Israel today, is a fighter. He is a fighter. You must fight to liberate yourself. Never you give chance to the takia of the Fulanis. Never you give space for the takias of the Fulani, because there is no way they can succeed. Can they compete with you academically? Can they even they have look at in Nigerian chronicling? Look at how they have reduced the mark for them even to have
Maz, even in the cryptocurrency, they are banning it because they cannot even trade on cryptocurrency. So as long as they cannot trade, they ban it. Let all of us go and rear cow because that is their lot. That is where God has put them, and they want everybody to rear cow. We have a caller. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. God bless you. I'm calling you from Alaska in the United States.
Welcome to the program.
Yes. Thank you for this program and thank you for all you people are doing. This is the only place we can learn, and this is the only place our brain will be able to open. I have learned something very wonderful today. I have learned something that I have, not that I don't know, but we have easily forgotten. We easily forget. And I thank you that God has used our brother today to reveal a very hidden secret. And I just want to contribute something. What I'm trying to contribute is this. One major problem that we are having is this. People at home in Biafra land do not know what is happening. And I want us, as a matter of severe urgency, to work towards letting them know what is happening. And how do we do that? Since we started this program, I have been online listening. And I'm using data unlimited. In the zoo, 1,000 naira data cannot listen to this program for 10 minutes. If there is any way we can put all these messages in CD, and send them out, it will help. I just want to tell you the truth. No human being in Biafra land that listens to this message today, that his life will not change. His life will change. He will wake up. So I am calling on IPOB family member and the leadership of Mazen Namdekano to seriously work into a situation where whatever message, do not forget that I know it is in the IPOB community radio, or it is there for you to download. That will not help us. If we can't go ahead, I see people push CDs in the street and they sell Osadebe music and they sell Bob Marley music. So And they sell other films too. Sometimes people need a different type of controlled or restricted movie. They just go to them and say, you have that one. They say yes, they give it to them too. So since they have banned us from talking and from revealing the truth, those CDs can be bought, packaged very well, and our people will help us circulate it around. All zonal coordinators must be responsible for this. They can do it. You know, we can also install a VSAT at home where we have unlimited data access and pay for the data subscription. Download all these things and they burn it in the CD. Since they are looking for our transmitters to steal and to confiscate, we can use another method. This message, see this message today. This is the greatest achievement that I will want us to do. Let this message be born in blank CDs. Let this message be downloaded. We have known God has revealed the secret of Fulani today. So that, do you know why I tell you that God has revealed their secret? Let me just give you one instance. Do not forget that there are some villages you will go to today in Ebonyi State. When you catch a Fulani man doing bad or that has killed, if 10 people are there, believe you me, 8 people will say forgive him. I'm telling you the truth. 8 people will say forgive. Not even minding that they are seeing their dead there. Not even minding that they are seeing their brother there. Because this scripture that God will reveal today has not come to them. They do not know it. I don't know whether you are hearing me.
Mazi, we are listening. We are listening. We are listening. You are bringing a solution.
That is our nature. Some people will say, leave him, it's okay. Don't beat him here. You won't kill him in my shop, in front of my shop. This thing will not happen in front of my heart.
Yeah, no, Mazi, you know the truth of the matter is the Fulanese, they look so skinny and unhealthy that we sympathize with them because of their structure and their stature. So even health-wise, they are not healthy. So when you see, look at the idiot that was displaying, talking about how they went to Buhari. Where will you hit that one? Where will you hit him? Does he have any muscle on the body? These are the things. So this their stature, this their lanky stature. It creates some sort of sympathy, but they are danger. These are dangerous snakes. Go ahead.
That is not even the angle I'm looking at. The angle I'm looking at is the angle of our people having sympathy.
Yeah, that I'm only trying to tell you that, you know, dangerous people always look innocent. When you look at them, they look innocent, they move slowly. So we need to make our people understand that the slowness and this attitude of the Fulani is how do I say it? Is a kind of green snake kind of attitude. Green snake in the green grass. Yes.
Mazipat, I need to come into this very matter.
Mazi Solomon want to say something. Hold on.
I want to come into this matter because you need to understand the angle in which the caller is trying to explain. Now, it was on the angle that all the blessed people on earth, just imagine, all the blessed people, when you pass on stage in life, you always like to play that relaxing life. When you see trouble, you will want to run away from trouble just because of the level you have gotten there yourself. That is the same way that all the people that are blessed in this life, that is how they reason. They always want to run away from trouble. They always want to mellow things down because they want to enjoy more peace, because they want to relax more, because they want to sit back more. Then that is how the people who are blessed, that's how they reason. That is just our problem with the Fulanis. because of the level of the blessings of God that is upon us. So we always want to play that role of wanting to relax, wanting to calm down for them, wanting to see if there will be peace. But in their heart, there is no peace. In their heart, there is only one thing they know, which is the sword. And this is the things we want the people who were blessed to understand, that you need to reciprocate it. If you don't reciprocate it, the debt is coming to you. That is what, from the man you showed here, who hire them, do good things. That is how people who are blessed behave. He bring them home, make them their friend, give them food, give them anything. But that does not change what they believe. That does not restructure what they believe. That did not renew them from their mindset. They are still who they are after all good you have done to them, even as a blessed person. They believe in the sword. The fact remains that you are blessed is that your blessing is an intimidation to them, because they are not academically equipped like you. Then that your position is a threat to them, because they are not intellectually blessed like you. That thing that you have from God, it is a threat to them. And for them, you did not deserve to live, because when you live, they are seeing somebody who is being blessed by God to rule over them. And because they don't want you to rule over them, they will engage that power, that secret that was given to them. They will engage it. So
Okay,
our people need to
Akola, can you
understand
please
this.
give us, Maz, can you please give us your last word before you go? We've listened to your suggestion. We have to work out a way. I think we have to find a way to download the application that can help us burn CDs and make them available. Possibly, we have to find a way to do that, because if there is a way we can also, not just only program here, but most of the program of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, need to go into CDs. So that if we can distribute, because when you even look at what is happening in Israel, most of the time they use leaflet. They use leaflet to send messages. They use different medium. So we can no longer depend at this point in time. We can no longer depend just on this television or internet program or radio to send messages across. And it's a very wonderful, welcome idea. Mazi, give us your conclusion.
What I am saying in conclusion is this. What I'm saying is this. Just as you have said, all the messages that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given should be gone on blank CDs. All the zonal coordinators must have all these things, and they need to send them out. So as soon as they get them down there, they can make copies, more copies. They should have the master at once and make copies. That will help us. So if they want to collect our, our transmitter, people can have it in this CD. If your CD is not working, they can compress it and put it in their memory card. Because if somebody can afford to buy us, and they may buy Oliver Cook, Oliver the Cook, and be listening, and buy Ghana Music, and buy Two-Face, all those ones, they can also take this one. That is a message of life. Because I'm talking to you out of experience. By November last year, I was in the zoo. While I was in the zoo, when I connected my data, I paid for subscription. Believe you me, I gathered a lot of crowd around me. They said, hey, what day did this message come? They never know. They never know, because there are areas you would think that our transmitter is not getting up to date. That is one. Then again, one of that thing I want to say is that the men of God we have is one of the problems that we are having. Because you know that they go with this preaching of, if you slap me in this side, I should come the other side for you to slap and complete it too. So when that one is done, you will know that you are a child of God. No, that one is different from this preaching now that we receive today. Because here that on Biafra is where we worship. The message we receive today is, look at what these people have, and let them know that this thing you have, I have it. So we will not go with the message of these men of God who has failed to speak up, who has failed to talk. Remember the men of God who went to London to go and see somebody that is dead. They told us the person is alive. Yet our brothers and sisters will go there tomorrow to give him money to change his aircraft. You know, he wants to buy a new one. money and I'm telling him, don't go again. She is arguing with me. And the man is busy changing his plan. After this one, he will buy another one. What Bruto Ago is saying that this man is dead, and he knows too well that man is dead.
Mazi, please unmute.
If I slap him on this side, he was on the other side, let me start.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, and you too. Thank you very much. Yeah, so Mazi, we have other people trying to. If you want to call in, you can call in. You can call in and make your contribution. Mazi, there is something I was saying before. You know, the way the structural look of an average Fulani person, average herdsman, they look hungry, unkempt, they look, you know, so that look draws sympathy from people, and not just only that sympathy, you know, over the years we have been brainwashed to believe that these people are sent. I remember when we were children, they used to tell us that the Fulanis, no, that the Hausas, because the people we knew that were sincere were the Hausas. Maz, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
No.
And it was out of the sincerity of the Hausas.
No.
Yes.
Mazi, that is not what we are taught, because we both grow in the same. We are taught to believe that Hausas are people who are living simple life. That simple, they said, Bakomi life. They are not taking life serious. They are not taking things serious. Not being sincere people, my brother. We have never had the history of Fulanis or Hausa being sincere people. But we already had the history, like when we want to describe about people who are not taking life serious, you will now say Hausa Bakomi or Hausa they don't take life serious. You know, and that is the reason why they are conquered by the Fulanis. We have never had the history of Fulanis. The Fulanis has been hiding under the Hausa, perpetrating their evil all these years. We are not aware. We keep saying Hausa, Fulani, Hausa. We all agree that they are one, but we don't know that it is the Fulanis that are pushing the agenda under the cover of Hausa all these years until it comes to the real life now. We have never known them as to be a sincere people. We only describe, Ndo Bakomi. They are living Bakomi life.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you see, that was the impression we had about the Hausas, that you know that they don't take things seriously, that they are not troublemakers and things. But we've seen our people being killed over the years in the north, and the Indiana Bakomi Abuluzandi. Say it here. And thanks to the Obi, because it is through him that so it is now very clear that all the riots that have been going on in the north over the year, the killing of Igbos in the north, have been the handiwork of the Fulanis. Exactly. Who are using the name of Hausas.
Exactly. Fulanis are killers. They are terrorists. All Fulani are terrorists. No matter where you find them, the one sitting at their present is terrorists. We see them. They are saying it. Do you understand? Now, what makes them a terrorist is not the color of their skin. It's not their body structures. Everybody is created in their own way. It's not their body structures. They're not even drawing sympathy with the way they look. But the thing is that people just see them as people who are not taking life serious. They wear one cloth for 6 months. Do you understand? Some of them. And some of them are also the Fulani in town. They also clean up. They also try to blend. But nothing is blending about their mindset. When it comes to the look, the Fulani in the city and the Fulani that are wandering about does not look the same. The one in the book, they look tattered, they look not fresh, but the one in the city, they look fresh. But the intent of their heart is one. That is what the Southerners need to learn. The intent of their heart, the color of their heart, the imagination of their heart the picture in their heart is the same. While he's a governor or while he's railing animals in the bush, the intent of their heart is one. That is what the outsiders did not discovered, and that is what the Southerners has not discovered. That's why you see some of them whining mouth, but all Fulanis are not bandits. All Fulanis are bandits because the intent of their heart is the engagement of sword. That's why you see them, those one in the city, in the town, cleaning up, putting perfume, because that is their job, to look nice, look neat. But you might not see them with the sword that you see this man with, but the sword is in their hearts. Their intent of heart is the same. The Bible said that the heart is terrible. Terrible. Who understands it except God? And to he that God revealed the heart of man. The heart of man is terrible, deadly. So the heart of Fulani is terrible, deadly. So we are reading towards their hearts. We are reading towards the intent of their hearts. What they have, what made them up inside, not outside, not this takia they are trying to use outside. Pretense they are trying. That's why the English people, they write the word pretense. Pamputiniru, maramaraniru, pampitirazu. Do you understand? They will see you. Hey, Abokina, Orgami, all these things is in pretense. The real intent is where is more dangerous, and people has to read it. Anytime they want to kill, anytime they want to destroy. That Nigeria doesn't know peace today is Fulanis. This is the intent of their heart. If you make them a governor, they will live out that intent of their heart. Look at El-Rufai in Kaduna. Look at all their governors. The intent of their heart is to kill, to destroy. That is it. Even though they are in the city, they don't have sword, but the sword is in their heart. Any opportunity you give Fulanis, they will engage you with the sword. They cannot sit with you to start exchanging grammar. They don't have that capacity. They cannot stand with you to start demonstrating intellectual capacity. They don't have it. They cannot stand with you to start talking about mineral resources and how blessed weather you have, because they don't have it. But what they have is the sword. At this point, Mazi, I think we'll be winding down. We have spent quite
Mazi, before we wind down, we have exceeded the required time. But before we wind down, there is one clip I want to play, and that clip, I hope our people are going to start give it attention, because anytime you chase them from one community, they run to another. So don't think that they have gone. This is what happened in Iganga, where we have the Sunday Iboho, and those who ran away from Iganga have found a new location. Let's take the clip.
As you can see, I was a stranger in the Jumu local government. And when you're down somewhere, what to do? This is a big security threat to the Jumu local government. I have to come to see this myself face to face. You can see they were here with all their belongings. I'm sure it's those people that they chased from Igan in Oyo State. Igagan in Oyo State. Please, we call on the appropriate authority or the security agency as matter of urgency to come to our aid in Ayira Rimawo, the Jubu local government. They were all here with all their families. And with this set of baby, immediately they seen us, all their male flew away. Eléyìí nágbára pọ̀ jù. How are you? Pẹ̀lẹ́ Sọnú. Ẹ káàbọ̀. Ẹ káàbọ̀. Ẹ̀ǹlẹ́. Sọnú. Sọnú. How are you? Oh, vale mon.
Yeah, so you can see that they had this problem in Iganga where Sunday Igboho chased them out of the community. Now they have moved into another bush again in a different state where they intend to start reconstruction of houses. Now, Mazi, does it mean that these people do not have a place in the north? And I can't figure out what is going on. Does it mean that these people came from where do these people came from? I can't figure out. How can people be living in bushes? Yes.
Mazi, the only thing that anybody on the floor, something is holding that individual on the floor. They lack strategies. They lack human development capacity. This is how people who were not blessed, this is how they wander, they become fugitives. They are a tribe, the remaining tribes of Cain on earth. They are the gene, they are that serpent seed, the gene of that serpent that slept with Adam in the Garden of Eden. That gene is still running among human race. They are fugitives. They lack human capacity for development. And let's assume, the host has said, you cannot take an elephant in Nigeria and to America and when you get to America, you become an alligator. No. All you need, take an elephant to America and give him the same food that elephant is eating. He grows and becomes, it's a gene something. It's something in their blood. They lack the capacities. That is why the government that is left in the hand of Fulani is no development, no progress. Use your president to judge. They have been in control of the government of Nigeria and there is no progress. Everything is going backward because they lack that human capacity, that blessing that you are seeing that is running in the south. They don't have it. Fulani don't have it. Once they come to you, look at how they reduced Hausa. Look at the level of suffering and poverty. Though they are holding power for a very long time, but look at what they brought to Hausas, who have allowed themselves to be subjugated under the rulership of Fulanis. They are all beggars. They are all being decimated. You know, they are all, you see, the high level of poverty in the north and sickness and diseases. These are the environment that are controlled by people whose brain and mind are being cursed and not blessed by God. You need the blessing of God, to prosper. Remember, no matter how you suffer or how you struggle, if you don't have the grace of God, your suffering cannot turn you into a rich man. Your effort and struggle cannot turn you into becoming a rich. You need your blessing, you need your effort to be blessed for you to be prosperous and for you to advance in life. That's the way it is. No matter how you suffered, you discover there's people who do little, but because of the grace of God, because the Bible says anything your hand finds to do with all your mind, and God will send his blessing. It's only for people who God has decided to bless. These people, they lack the blessing. When they come to the blessing, to receive blessing from Isaac, already blessing has finished. And they are now, is only sword that is left for them. You need to understand this. People
So now,
need to
Mazi,
interpretation.
Mazi, please. So now, you understand, let me take you to a physical...
Mazi, I need to be winding down in this program.
Okay, yes, I want Mazi. No.
I believe that I have been here with Biafra for a very long time. So we
Mazi,
need
please,
to be winding down
we'll
at this moment. I can come back later. Thank you.
Okay. I will let you go now. But there is something I wanted to say. As related to, having a cost, somebody that is cost close to you. The effect of the cost of somebody who is close to you can also affect you, even if you are blessed. These are the things I wanted to open the eyes of our people to see that when you hang around a cursed person, that curse can also, affect your life. I don't know if it's practical or not, Mazi.
It is practical. I can bring everything that I'm saying here, everything that I am saying here, to be honest with you. If you want a proof, I can give you a proof. Everything that I'm saying here, I can give you a proof. There is some scientific explanations that people can give, but we want to tell you that people will begin to understand their situation better when they give some little or less interpretation of of the spiritual positions of things, because the things that are not seen are the things that control the things that are being seen. People need to understand it. Even somebody, for you to allow somebody who is not blessed, intellectually blessed, to be ruling over you, then can bring you into the same level, because whosoever that you submitted yourself to, you bring yourself. Like if you come down to people's level, then you cannot live out your own level. You will be limited under the level of people which you submitted yourself under. Fulanis, they are not blessed by God to lead people. They are not blessed. So therefore, the earlier you know it better. They are not blessed to be leaders. They are not blessed to heading communities, because they don't have that blessings. They can't bring light into your life. They can't bring prosperity into your life. They cannot bring a progressive nation into your life. That is the way they are meant. They are meant to be wandering about. They are created that very way. They are created to be under people who has the light. The Southerners has the light. If the Southerners stays in power as the Fulanis has ever stayed in power in Nigeria, Nigeria issue should not be the same. All solutions for Nigeria are coming from the Southerners, coming from Biafra. But it is the Fulanis who have been resisting it. And since they have been in power in Nigeria, nothing is working. So you are under curse until you get the Fulanis and chase them away from your village and chase them away from power. You can never make headway. And that is why we Biafrans want our separate country that is free of Fulanis. So, and they are not coming to drag power authority with anyone. That is just the best. In the next 50 years, keep this video. In the next 100 years, keep this video. It will still be same story and the worst than this, as long as you allow Fulanis to be ruling over you. They are costs. They don't have that blessings. They are only giving sword for survival. They are not born to lead, but they choose to take the power to lead by force, by sword. That's why when they want to come in 2015, they become suicide bombers. They all turn into terrorists, because that is the only way. Intellectually, they cannot engage you. Look at the environment that God placed the Southerners. You think God is stupid? You think that it just happened because you went to school? There is no any scientific explanation that could explain to you why Yorubas are where they are and why Igbos are where they are. At this moment, I will be rounding up in this program. My name remains Solomon Peter.
Mazi, thank you very much. You have given everything.
Your way again, as Mazi Party will choose to bring me in. Before then, stay safe, please, wherever you are. If you can get yourself armor, wear bulletproof, please get yourself bulletproof. If you can get yourself helmet, anytime you hear more, please don't come out and start looking to video. Make sure you put yourself in the place of safety first. Make sure you are safe, Biafra. Stop dying out of carelessness. We are here to restore Biafra, and we will settle at nothing but the restoration of Biafra. Please be very courageous, be fearless, because we are winning the battle. God bless you. I will come your way again as Mazi will choose to bring me. Before then, stay blessed.
Mazi, thank you. You are an inspiration. You are an inspiration. We want to say thank you for your message this evening, and I believe that everybody that followed us have listened to it. Please, please, please help us share Share this program in every platform because it's very, very interesting. Our people need to understand that when you mix yourself with cursed people, you automatically cursed. It's like having a friend who have curse upon his head, accommodating such person under your roof. You can imagine what the consequences of such action of accommodating somebody with curse under your roof would be, kind of consequences of such action. So it's very, very important our people understand and drop this attitude of sympathy. Because at the end of the days, most of the time, we don't even understand. That is the reason, out of ignorance, we do things we do out of ignorance. Because I know that if our people had known better, we wouldn't have even accepted. If Nnamdi Azikiwe had known better, he would have moved on. He would have moved on. He wouldn't have even wanted to join himself with the North in the first place. If Nnamdi Azikiwe have known the secret that we are revealing to you now, he wouldn't want us to join the Fulani under the same roof. And today you can see the practicality that there is no light. There is no light in the zoo called Nigeria. He was listening to one Ken Naman. He said, oh, Buhari built bridge, second Niger bridge. Oh, he built road from Port Harcourt, Enugu Express. And I was like, building bridge and building road. We have now, as Biafrans or Igbos, been reduced to praising somebody for building road and bridges for us. I try to figure out that, does it mean that our level have not dropped to the point where we are now happy because second Niger bridge was built and the Port Harcourt Express Road, in fact, he said they were building it with a thick concrete to make it last for the next 50 years. And I was looking at Ken Naman in that interview, praising Jubril Buhari for building a road. You see where we have reduced ourselves to. You see where we have reduced ourselves to. Because we mixed up with a tribe that is cursed. I used to say, when you mix yourself with a cursed people, the curse comes on you. And that is why we must break the yoke by separating ourselves. Today, we have our young men and women have become criminals and prostitutes. What we are not known for, we have become criminals all over the world because we have been reduced to that level because of Nigeria, where Nigeria have placed us. That today they even saw Igbo people, they carry, they are into illicit drugs and all that. Because we have been reduced to that level as a result of association to one Nigeria. Because we associate ourselves, we entangled ourselves with a tribe that we do not have any business with. That today our life have been reduced to taking risk that does not, despite all the blessing that God has given us, we go out taking risk that doesn't worth it. Because we have been reduced to that level where we have to find a way to survive by every means possible. Because the resources, both the human resources we have, both the natural resources we have, would have been enough for us if we were in charge of our destiny. If we, the Biafra people, were in charge of our destiny, we would have done better. We would have even built a more sophisticated second Niger bridge with all the modern equipment and everything you can think about. That if we are in charge of our destiny, Port Harcourt Enugu Express Road would not be a thing of celebration because we would have crossed that level where we will be building cities, modern cities. We will not be celebrating roads. But today here we are celebrating road because we have been reduced to the point where we now celebrate road project. The other day I saw Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi gather some villagers and their party members because he want to build one roundabout in one village. And they put up canopy They bought drinks. They were celebrating. They called musicians. The project that have not even started, they are celebrating the building of roundabout in Enugu. Somewhere in Enugu, I was watching the program. Look at how we have been reduced. It's like in those days when somebody travel abroad to go and study and is coming back to Africa, you see the whole village will carry masquerade and the different kind of music to go and welcome their son who is coming from abroad at the airport. That is what we are now doing. We are now celebrating building of roundabout, celebrating building of bridge and road in the 21st century. This is where we have been reduced to. And it is a very big shame because we as a people would have done better if we had our destiny under control. If we have our destiny in our hand, we would have gone beyond road project. Today we saw Wike jumping up and down because he's building flyover. He's carrying press. He's carrying a television station to tell them, to show them the achievement he had made with the flyover that he's building. This is level we have reduced ourselves. That we now celebrate things that, you know, people have built centuries back, and it was nothing. Today, I live somewhere in Europe, and I understand what it means for even 2-3 persons who bring all the equipment, do a road of kilometers in a space of 2 days, and you'll be wondering, just 2 people, they will do it and clean it up, and it will seem massive. But before you see governor build road for you, they will go and buy drink, celebrate it. They will call music. You will see women tie uniform, wrapper. They will be dancing. Oh, governor want to build our road, though. My people, we need to take our destiny in our hand. Look at where we have been reduced to. We have been reduced to monkeys that are jumping on the trees. We have been reduced to baboons that only now, we are now struggling for banana to even eat. A blessed race, for that matter. It is a shame. And that is why we must all fight together to take our destiny in our hand, because that is the only way to go. The only way for us to realize our potential is to take our destiny in our hands. And that taking your destiny in our hands can only be when we are able to separate ourselves from the bad seed that is planted among us, which is this Fulani tribe and even other tribes. We must understand that when you accommodate a cursed person under your roof, that curse will also translate to you. It's as well as good as also accommodating somebody with blessing under your roof. The same blessing too, you will share from the blessing. When you accommodate somebody that has a blessing under your roof, we've seen also that happen in the Bible, where people with blessing go to do boy and all that, and they take their blessing of God to the master's house. And God, blessed the master they went to serve, and blessed the boy who brought the blessing along with him. So it is very, very important we understand that we as a special people must never, the suffering we are facing today in Nigeria is because we went into an alliance with a cursed race. We went into covenant. We went into agreement with a cursed people, and God is not happy with us. God cannot be happy with you. When you go out and entangle yourself with people that he cursed, the same curse will follow you. So, Biafrans, I want to say thank you for being part of this program. Please make sure you share this program, make it go around. We'll be seeing you possibly tomorrow when Mazi Solomon will be coming back again for us to continue. Because the essence of playing all these videos that I played is to tell the world that we are not, that the Fulani herdsmen are not the victim, because they are trying to play the victim. That we, the indigenous people, are the victim. They've killed us, they've destroyed our farms, they've destroyed the way of life. They destroyed everything about us. They raped women, they killed children. And today, we are trying to resist, and they are crying that they are victims. They are not the victims. We are the victim. We are only trying to protect our land. And I want to say thank you very much for being part of this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide each and every one of us. For those who called in, for those who commented, we want to say thank you for your comment. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. I'm not going to give you any time, but I want you to stay tuned because we'll be back. My name is Mazi Ikem Patrick DK, and it's my pleasure to have you. And I want to say good night and enjoy your Sunday. Thank you very much, and God bless you.